Shalom, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the hopeful elect scattered abroad amongst the nations who look like nations. Shalom, this is Banaya. Let's start off this lesson with Ezekiel 36. So I'll start at the top. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, You mountain of Israel, hear the word of Yahawah. Thus said Yahawah, my power, because the enemy hath said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. So the ancient high place would be the land of where they call Canaan, the land where we were, the Israelites were. So they have taken the land and they have split the land into the Palestinian and the Israeli. They have taken the land into their possession. Therefore, prophesy and say, Thus said Yahawah power, because they have made you desolate, and swallow you up on every side, that you might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen. And ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people. So, whether you want to believe it or not, we are still in slavery. We are. We are not in our own land. We cannot go there. We have no power in the earth. We have no nations. We are living in a facade. Oh yeah. Lamentation 4 and 12. In 4 and 12. Yeah, the kings of the earth and all the inhabitants of the world would not have believed that the adversary and the enemy should have entered into the gates of Jerusalem. For the sins of her prophet and the iniquities of her priests that have shed the blood of the just enemies of her. They have wandered as blind men in the street. They have polluted themselves with blood so that men could not touch their garments. They cried unto them, Depart ye, it is unclean, depart, depart, touch not, when they fled away and wandered. They said among the heathen, they should no more sojourn there. So live there. Another precept, Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahawah from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahawah shall lift up a standard against him. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, said Yahawah. Matthew 13 and 25. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servant of the household came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then art it tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while you gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather you together first the tares, bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. So it's talking about people living amongst us who are not of us. They look like us, but not of us. So, Yahawah Hashem Yahushai, in the end of the world, when the reaping is taking place, that's when this will be done. Some will be burned, some will be saved. So I will jump up to 39. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, as I said, and the reapers are the angels. So therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be the end of the world. For Root 4 and 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from Yahawah, or the power. For thine enemy hath persecute thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck. My delicate ones have gone rough ways, and were taken away as flock out of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the power, Yahawah, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from your power, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. Take good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflict thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I'll take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting land to endure, and shall be inhabited up there for a great time. O Jerusalem, look about thee towards the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from your power. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sendest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the power. Ezekiel 36:2. Oh, I read that already. Second Maccabee 10:26. Second Maccabees 26. And fell down at the foot of the altar, and besought him to be merciful to them, and to be an enemy to their enemies, and an adversary to their adversaries, as the law declared. Psalms 83:2. No, I'll go to Ecclesiasticus 12:10 first. Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though each humble himself and go crunching, yet take good heed, and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Ecclesiastes 25:13. Let's continue at 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. So Ecclesiasticus 25. Ecclesiasticus 25:13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. 25:15, my bad. 25:15. There is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. Now Psalms 83. That will be the last one. Psalms 83. I start at 2. Actually, I start at 2. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies, so the power of enemies, make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consult against thy hidden ones. So they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. Let the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. So now we have Israelis, we don't have Israelites. Yeah. So with that, I'll give all praises to Yahawah. Shalom to the Holy.